Hi, my name is Eric Yan. I'm the product manager for the EHO. Today we're here in Houston at the Actuation Technologies headquarters in the training room to talk about the Smart EHO. Today I want to show you how to do the analog input calibration for the Smart EHO. Before you get started, make sure you have the proper tools assembled to start the work. First, make sure you have the Smart EHO and a power source available. You have the proper PPE. You have the wiring diagram. You have the Smart EHO IOM. You have some wires. You have a flathead screwdriver. And you have a current source. Once you have the proper PPE on and your tools collected, you want to connect the current source to the terminal chamber on the opposite side of the EHO display that can be found right here. But before we do that, you do want to make sure that you do power off the unit before you start your work. Before we get started with the wiring for the analog calibration, make sure you determine whether your analog input is either with or without heart. Make sure you reference your wiring diagram to determine which setup you have. If you are doing analog input calibration without heart, you will apply the positive terminal of your current source to terminal 25 and the negative terminal of your current source to terminal 26. If you are doing analog input calibration with heart, you will apply the positive terminal of your current source to terminal 43 and the negative terminal of your current source to terminal 44. You will also want to ensure you have jumpers between terminal points 25 and 41, as well as 26 and 42. Once you make the proper connections to the unit, power the unit back on. Once you power the unit back on, you should see either CL or OP appear on your screen. You may also see the numbers 1 to 99 on the screen too as well. That just means what position you're at. However, if you do see a flashing code or letters and numbers, you have an alarm. You want to make sure you clear your alarm before you proceed forward. In order to clear the alarm, consult your IOM manual to determine what the alarm is and take the proper actions. With no alarms, the next step is to enter the setup menu of the Smart EHO. In order to do this, make sure you're in the off position. Take the other knob and go yes, no, twice, quickly. If you're able to access setup menu, you'll see SU appear on the screen and the local off remote lights flashing, just like this. Next, toggle yes to get into the setup menu. When you enter setup menu, you'll see FN. FN is the find function. What we're going to do here is we're going to enter the code for analog input calibration. You hit yes, and the code for analog input calibration is AC. In order to find the letter A, you hit no until A appears on the screen. Then hit yes. For the second character, you want to find C. You hit no until C appears on your screen. Once C appears on your screen, hit yes. The next is the passcode. On the EHO, there's a passcode on every unit. For this unit, our passcode is 0000. Consult the factory and consult your IOM manual to determine your passcode. So we hit yes. It's going to be a 4-digit passcode, and it's going to enter 2 digits at a time. So we're going to enter the thousandths and the hundredths digits first. In this case, our passcode is 0000, so we'll hit yes again. Now it's going to ask us for the tens and ones digit, and we're going to hit yes, and we hit yes. If the passcode is successfully accepted, you will see AC appear on your screen. If the passcode is not accepted, you'll see a request to enter passcode again. When you see AC, toggle yes to enter analog calibration. Next, you'll see IC. IC is input calibration for an analog channel. You want to hit yes again, IL is input lower limit. In order to set your lower lit, what you want to do is you want to go to your current source and make sure you have your lower limit to be 4 milliamps. If it reaches 4 milliamps, we're going to hit yes here. And you're either going to see CL or CF. If it says CL, that means your lower limit has been set. If you see CF, that means your lower limit failed, and please try again. Now in this case, we've passed the lower limit, and it has been set, so we're going to hit yes. Next, you'll see IU. IU is your upper limit for input calibration. In order to set your upper limit, you want to go and set your analog current source to 20 milliamps. So we'll go ahead and set this to 20. There we go. Once you set to 20 milliamps, you hit yes. And you see CU. CU means you passed. If you failed, you'll see CF, and you have to do this again. So if we passed, we'll go ahead and hit yes. At this point, if we see IC, it means we've successfully set our analog calibration for both the lower limits and upper limits. What you can do is you can save the settings and exit the menu now. In order to quickly save your settings, what you can do is on your local off remote selector switch, go to remote. It'll toggle through your menu and it'll stop at SA. SA is save. So let's put this in off, and we want to toggle yes to save. And next we'll see EE. EE means we can exit the setup menu. So if we hit yes, we'll go back to our initial state before we enter the setup menu. At this point, you've successfully calibrated your analog input. If you have any questions about these steps or anything related with EHO, please visit the emerson.com website or contact us.